Are you ready to start making billions crafting guru medicine boxes using the Elixir of Death? My name's Teddy, and today I'll be showing you how to start gathering all the materials needed for one of the best self-made guru medicine boxes in Black Desert Online, the Elixir of Death. This elixir is perfect for those wanting to earn billions just for gathering the materials itself, while also making billions on the recipe if you can get lucky, and a guaranteed billion and or more every week. So if you find this helpful, leave a like and let me show you one of, if not the best self-made guru medicine box we can gather out in Black Desert Online. Before you can start running around, this can be done with the lowest logia to the highest Manos and Prion. Choose what you can afford or what's easiest for you to get. I'll leave a link to all the gathering, alchemy, farming guides, or anything else needed down in the description below if you need an in-depth rundown on any setups if you're still struggling. I'll also leave a link down to the Videolytics website used to figure out all the crafting costs, material locations, and anything else life skilling related. You'll need to know what you're gathering for, but keep in mind I won't give an amount of materials to gather for since the medicine boxes go by your max contribution points. The longer you gather for, or the more ults you use, the more materials you can get, and you can get more money for it. I recommend making enough boxes to last for a week so you don't have to keep coming back out, but let's just get into the Elixir of Death's recipe. Making the Elixir of Death is kind of simple, but the cost of the materials, if trying to buy them, can be a little expensive and will actually lose you money when turning the boxes in. These elixirs need 1 oil of tranquility, 6 clear liquid reagents, 2 ancient mushroom, 7 ash sap, and lastly 2 trace of nature. As for the newer players or anyone that hasn't really dabbled in alchemy, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to make each piece of the recipe just in case you're confused on how to make anything still. The clear liquid reagent is a staple in alchemy and a recipe you'll grow extremely familiar with. Clear liquid reagent can be made using 1 sunrise herb, 1 purified water, 1 salt bought from a vendor, and finally 1 wild grass or weed. This and a pure powder reagent is one of the first recipes you'll learn for alchemy. An easy way to get these in bulk is to exchange the mysterious catalyst byproduct earned from randomly doing alchemy. The higher your alchemy mastery, the better chances of rocking one. Also, when doing alchemy, we have a small chance, depending on your mastery, to get a rare alchemy item, which includes the clear liquid reagent. Moving on to the purified water, another hallmark of alchemy. Purified water is another easy item to make. This can be made by filtering bottles of river water. One way to get the bottles is to head to any material vendor and buy the white grade bottles. These bottles are the slowest to use, so the next one to take a look at are going to be the green grades, which will reduce the time by 7 seconds. The blue grade will reduce the gathering time by 7 seconds, and the best being the yellow grade shining bottles will reduce gathering by 15 seconds. All these bottles can be made in any tool workshop using melted silver and the previous grade bottles. If gathering the bottle of river water is too much, workers can be placed on nodes to gather items that can be processed down to the purified water and a small chance at the purified water itself. Nodes like the Lacau Falls or the Cunid vacation spot here in Medea are able to gather the bags of muddy water. Pilgrim's Haven and the northern sand dune here in Valentia can also gather the cactus rinds used to make the purified water. Lastly, if all else fails, you just want to turn around and buy all the waters, heading out here to the Sand Bazaar has the general vendor that can sell the purified waters. Like any vendor, this can get expensive and the weight can be a problem, so make sure to bring a tune that's able to carry a ton and enough silver to buy everything. Next, in order to make the oil of tranquility, we have to make Wisemans Blood. Making one of this will require 1 monk's branch, 1 trace of nature, 1 clear liquid reagent, and lastly 1 either weasel, raccoon, marmot, scorpion, or fox blood. Making the oil of tranquility can get a little expensive, but is one of the necessary materials needed. In order to make the oil of tranquility, you will need 1 fruit of nature, 1 bloody tree knot, 1 powder of earth, and lastly 1 Wiseman's Blood. Much like the clear liquid reagents, we can proc the oils when doing alchemy if you have a higher mastery, but it's not going to be enough to do anything extreme. These drops are a few, but can stack up after a few days of straight alchemy, but it's still not going to be enough. Moving on, we have the Ancient Mushrooms. Ancient Mushrooms can be annoying to gather, but comes with the option to farm the Haifa in any fence once you find them. So, coming out here to the Calpheon region, we have the Hex Sanctuary. While these mushrooms can be found in smaller clusters all around the region, this spot alone has the most mushrooms to switch through all the channels, collecting as many as you need. Like mentioned, the seeds can be farmed in fences, with the coastal cliff being the best place to grow the ancient mushrooms. Just be warned, if you're choosing to breed up to the blue grade ancients, the value of one blue grade mushroom is 49.5k here on NA, while the two white grades are 7k here on NA. Next, we have the Ash Sap, which is extremely easy to gather. Heading out to the Balanos and Serendia region has plenty of ash trees and huge clusters waiting to be gathered. Workers can also gather the sap needed passively here at Awas Hill, east of Elia in the Balanos region. Sadly, we have no other nodes, so make sure to have a fast goblin or giant that can gather large amounts with the farm knowledge skill and as much movement or work speed to help get more sap. Ash Sap can also be obtained from the Alchemy bonus quest that has a chance of proccing while doing any kind of alchemy. You have a choice of 500 sap, but remember, this is a lot slower, and personally I'd choose a Thornwood for the more expensive alchemy recipes, but Ash is still an option, and for the value, it's hard to pass up. If you enjoy lumbering, the Bloody Tree Knot can be an extremely easy material to stock up. While out lumbering, we have a small chance of proccing the rare material being the Tree Knot, and with the Artisan Green Thumb coupled with a Hedgie or a Llama Pet, we can increase how many Bloody Tree Knots we can collect. Remember, the higher the mastery, the more materials, but not only that, while also out lumbering, we have a small chance to proc the lumbering of Furu, which gives a large amount of lumbering rare materials, including the knots. I'm pretty sure I pronounce his name like a small little fluffy dog, but I don't like him. Workers can be placed on a couple nodes around Black Desert, starting with the Treants Forest here in the Calpheon region, Medea Northern Highlands, and the Stonetail Wasteland here in the Medea region, and lastly, Izarid Highlands here in the Ulikita region. Monk's Branch is exactly like the Bloody Tree Knots, making this another easy material to gather if you enjoy lumbering. Heading out and lumbering once again will proc the rare materials, which include a chance at the Monk's Branch. The Lumbering Goblin also provides a huge amount if you can proc them. As for the workers, we have a couple nodes that we can start renting if you have lower gathering, such as the Forest of Seclusion here in Balanos, the Castle Nodes Rune here, and the Serendia Shrine in the Serendia region, O's Pass here in Calpheon region, Mountaintop Guard Post here in the Mountain of Eternal Winter region, and finally, Neruda Plain and Stoper here in the Ulikita region. The best place to get all of the herbs needed for the liquid reagent is always going to be out here in Bear. With just the amount of herbs and the faster respawn timer, a few hours out here can easily make almost 1 billion or more depending on your energy and your RNG. As an added bonus, herb gathering is a great way to start getting all of those traces and fruits of nature too. Workers can be placed on several nodes around Black Desert for each of the herbs needed for the guide. I suggest taking a look at the BDolytics map to see all the nodes available to invest into. For those not wanting to waste the time gathering, can come out here to Calpheon. Speaking of Neebs here in the alley will let you buy any of the herbs needed for this guide, though it will require silver and a lot of weight, so again, come with a tune that can hold a lot of weight and enough silver to buy everything. As for the Trace of Nature, wild herb gathering is going to be the best way to get any of the Trace of Nature. Now, herb gathering isn't the only way to get these traces. Mob grinders will tell you how easy it is to head out to almost any mob grinding area and kill the mobs for a chance of these powders. I know this is all about life skilling, I just wanted to include that as an option, but let's focus back onto life skilling. Just about any type of gathering has a chance to provide some powders, so if herb gathering isn't your thing, just find any type of gathering activity you can spam the resources to get easy traces. Workers have to be one of the easiest ways to get a good amount of the traces, with either the workers gathering the traces off the excavation nodes, and if their luck is high enough, like with a human worker, they can also gather the archaeologist sack that has the Trace of Nature inside too. I suggest taking all the excavation nodes and using humans to maximize how many traces you can get. Finally, we have Alchemy. For completing the Liana Daily, we can get a small box of traces each day. But while also doing Alchemy, we have a chance of proccing the bonus Alchemy quest for a nice amount of traces and a choice of sap like the Ash or Thornwood. And lastly, we have the golden seals that can be earned from trading in the medicine boxes. These seals can be exchanged for a trace box, but it can be a little costly for 50 traces costing 50 seals. I only suggest this if you don't need the seals and you're really desperately in the need for more traces. Fruits of nature will always be a bottleneck for alchemy, hence the price of one being so high, but rest assured we have a few ways to go out and gather these, even if it's slower than most of the other materials on the list. Starting off, we have farming. Even though gathering can get the fruits, farming is the easiest method, being able to drop a nice amount of fruits when breeding the magical or mysterious seeds. Some players will claim mushroom hypha have the higher chance of providing the fruits of nature, which I don't know how true that is, but luckily for us, we will be farming the ancient mushrooms needed for this guide. Next up, we have gathering as mentioned. Barehand gathering has a chance of getting fruits of nature from the bushes, dry thickets, the fruit trees, and shrubs if you're trying to gather seeds for farming. While normal gathering, we have flowers out here in Navarran Steppe in Kama Sylvia, and the herbs over here in Bear. The alchemy daily quest from Liana can give more fruits for completing it. Then, for the workers, we have the farming nodes all around Black Desert, like potatoes or corn for example. While using a human or worker with higher luck has a chance to get the farmer sacks, which contains fruits of nature inside. While not as fast as gathering, this can get you a nice amount throughout the week to help with that bottleneck. As for the powder of earth, all of the powders are the easiest materials on the list. Normally, I'd say go out and gather for them, but simply doing alchemy for the mysterious catalyst byproduct is going to be the best way to get thousands while doing other alchemy recipes like, say, the clear liquid reagent needed. If spamming alchemy isn't getting enough byproducts for you, workers can be placed on 3 nodes around to help out the demand. First, we have out here in Bear, the abandoned quarry here in Calpheon, and finally, Lake Flondor node out here in Kama Sylvia. Just going out and gathering the materials needed can make you billions easily before turning them into the Elixir of Death, but for an added bonus, just for doing the alchemy needed for these elixirs, we have a chance to proc rare items that can be sold for money like the sturdy alchemy stones or other expensive ingredients. I hope this helps you decide whether or not the Elixir of Death is going to be worth your time to make for those guru boxes, or if you should avoid it needing to get those ancient mushrooms. I know how annoying they can be. A lot of players are just looking for a quick and easy way to make money, but sadly, when it comes to alchemy, it will take some time needing to either go out and gather or rely solely on your workers. The central market would be great, but it cuts into the crafting cost way too much. If there's another crate you want to see covered, let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to check out the channel for more life scaling content for Black Desert Online, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep gathering out there, everyone.